What's good, y'all? It's your boy Sean Peter Bluff. Hey, I'm back again with another reaction stream. And today's video we will be reacting to is from YouTube content creator Evil. You know, one of the subscribers of the channel. Matter of fact, like he follows the channel. You know, I'm not sure if he subscribed, but he follows the channel. You know, so yeah. We're doing a video by him, and the title of this video is called Luffy's Real Devil Fruit Will Leave You Mind Blown, I swear. So shout out to Evil. definitely a content creator that I recently started following, and I honestly genuinely enjoy his content. So there's that. But before I get into the video, and before we talk more about the video, before we actually get into the video, I guess, first let me say, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already, subscribe as well, and hit that bell for notifications. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Twitter, and my Facebook page, right? So you know, those are good places to stay updated to what's going on and just, you know, connect with me, right? Just connect with me. And we also have the Facebook group as well as the One Piece Discord, where if you're looking for a community to be a part of, there you go. All of these will be linked in the discussion or the description box below, as well as the link to the video we will be reacting to. So y'all make sure y'all hit that link up. Give your boy Evil a like and subscribe if you haven't. Go support your boy, man. You know, I rock with Evil, man. I rock with Evil. I like Evil. It's my guy right there. It's my guy. Let's check this chat though. Let's check the chat. What's going on in chat? We got Cube in the building. Shout out to Cube. He said, "Yo, what's good? What's good, Cube?" Then we got Angel's Room in the building. He said, "You, what's good with you, Angel's Room?" Yeah. Angel's Room said, "Y'all hear about the spoiler? You talking about Evil? You saying this is gonna be a spoiler video?" Y'all about to hear the spoilers. And then Cube said, "I read them, but I think Bluff wait." Oh, you're asking me about the spoiler. No, I don't yeah, I wait till the official comes out, you know, because I like to support Shonen. You know, I like to support Shonen Jump because that's pretty much how Oda gets paid, right? Because they're pretty much the ones who's licensed to publish One Piece. So when you support Shonen Jump, you also support Oda, right? You support his work. So yeah, that's why I just wait. You know, I just wait to read the official personally. I mean, I'm not telling y'all what to do. That's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's how I go about it. You know what I mean? I wait to the official. Plus, you know, it's the official release, so I think everybody should read the official as well, because sometimes the translations are different, right? Sometimes the translation might be different. So, you know, you want to get the official translation to see which one is right. Because, like, there was a part in the recent chapter, small part, I don't think it's that relevant, you know, the translations difference. I don't think it really matters. But there was the one part where Kaido, when he was drunk, I think the early version, the early scan said like flirty drunk or something, right? And then the official said a beggar drunk, right? So the official saying he's like being a beggar, and the early scans are pretty much saying he's like flirty, right? I kind of like the official more because the flirty one, it was funny when I seen it though. Like I did see it. It was funny, but I'm like, nah, don't do my dog Kaido like that. Don't do my dog Kaido like that. Come on now, y'all. What is we doing now? What is we doing? What is we even doing? Y'all got flirty Kaido over here, right? So yeah, but yeah, let's talk about the video we're about to view, right? Evil says, supposedly the I I'm assuming what he's going to talk about is obviously the what the real devil fruit could potentially be and do, right? Like what are the capabilities of Luffy's real fruit? And I think he's also debunking a theory that was out there that says Luffy has like a Wukong devil fruit, right? So like that was a theory that I think I did a reaction video from O'Hara, I think, about the Wukong, right? So supposedly Evil, he doesn't believe that he doesn't believe in the Wukong, I guess. Maybe it could just be the Wukong devil fruit, but because I think some people might say like he could have maybe gear 5, like there's a gear that could resemble the Wukong, or there's like a transformation or awakening. But I know there are theories out there that talk about Luffy being the Wukong, and supposedly what I'm assuming Evil is going to talk about is that is not the case, right? And he's going to talk about what the real awakening of the Gumu Gumu no Mi is, if that's what you want to call it. I'm calling it an awakening because that's kind of what the Gorosei went by, right? They said it's been so long since this devil fruit has awakened, and like it. They also talked about like there was a real name for this devil fruit, you know, but they never said it was the Gumu Gumu no Mi. We're just kind of assuming that that's the devil fruit they're talking about, right? Based off of the last few chapters that we've been getting. Angel's Room said, "Oh, I won't mention them." Then, yeah. But if you want to talk about it, if you do want to talk about Angel's Room in the Discord, we have a channel in the Discord. I had to give you the permission. Just if you're in the Discord, just ask me, right? Just you could be in the the manga channel and just say, "Hey, I want access to the early scans channel," right? And then I'll just give you access. So if and then in that channel you could talk about it freely. And there's a few people in that channel that might talk about it with you. I think Cube's in there. I think Desness is in there. Yeah. And then Cube says, "I am assuming it won't be Sun Wukong. He said it will shook us, so it must one we haven't heard yet." Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because again, I don't know for certain if it's Luffy's devil fruit that was that the Gorosei was speaking about when they was talking about this mystery devil fruit. Now, I kind of do think that it is Luffy's devil fruit. I'm not saying, I just don't know for certain. Like we don't know, like none of us know for certain. So, um, I don't know what it could be. Could it be the Sun Wukong? Yeah, could it be some different? I don't know. I don't even know if it's Luffy's devil fruit they was talking about, right? So, but I do kind of believe it is Luffy's devil fruit, though. I'm on board with that speculation. I'm on board with it. So, Shane Burns said Friday about to be fire. Oh yeah, you talking about for that the new chapter, right? Yeah, I got Sunday, so yeah, two days, but it's just 2 days. Angel Room said, "I always thought Fleet Admiral Kong had the Sun Wukong devil fruit." I don't know, man. I don't know. Like we haven't seen anything from Kong, right? Like I mean, because of his name, I guess it would make sense though, right? Because of his name. Uh, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. You know, that's one of them things I never thought about, right? Because I never really think much about Kong, right? I never looked at him as a character that Oda was ever really going to flesh out, right? Like he was just a character, just saying like, yeah, I used to be the admiral. I used to be the fleet admiral back in the day, right? Like just kind of showing you glimpse of the past. Like that's his only relevance that I think is with Kong, right? Like I don't think Oda ever going to give him anything bigger, right? Like we might learn a little bit about him. We might see him again. I'm not saying that, but I don't know if we're going to get anything else from him. But anyway, you guys, let's start this. Let's start this video. Kind of been talking enough, so let's start this video, yo. Bam. Says search up his devil fruit and you'll see. Well, I thought that. I mean, maybe I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Search up Kong's devil fruit. I mean, does he have a devil? I mean, like we don't know, like officially. We don't know officially what if Kong has a devil fruit or not, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some theories out there. It's probably some, I'm pretty sure there's some very convincing theories out there. But I'll check it out though. I'll check it out. But all right, y'all. So the title of this video is Luffy's real devil fruit will leave you mind blown. I swear. And it is from Evil, somebody you might catch in the chat every once in a while. So you know what I'm saying. But yeah. So y'all make sure the link to this video is gonna be in the description box. So y'all make sure y'all go show him some love. But let's get this started though. Rewind this to the beginning.
Luffy's devil fruit is not the Gomu Gomu no Mi.
Nope.
Instead, it is something so special that the past world government had to erase it from history. By the end of this video, you will be completely mind blown when you hear what his devil fruit actually is. I have concrete evidence that Oda based Luffy's devil fruit on real life mythology, and it's not Sun Wukong. And he's been building this up since the very beginning of the story, way back when Luffy ate the Gomu Gomu no Mi. Shanks did freak out because Luffy is now unable to swim, but I promise you it goes much deeper than that. Have you ever wondered why Lucky Roo had a drawing of the devil fruit and why they knew it was named the Gomu Gomu no Mi? It's because there's a history behind that devil fruit, and Oda has been feeding us clues since the very beginning. For instance, CP0 spoke on how Who's Who ran off with intelligence that was known to be very old. Key note here is that this isn't new information, but it's old information from the long distant past. Who's Who was a former CP9 member, so yeah, it would make sense for him to have all sorts of classified information, but what they are referring to is his knowledge.
Bruh, I like a little off topic. I just want to say I'm one, like if there's, I mean, I guess you could say there's a few things you could be upset about so far in Wano, right? I think if there's one thing that I'm upset about in Wano is the lack of Who's Who, right? Like I wanted more of Who's Who. I wanted more from Who's Who. I kind of wanted more from all of the Toby Ropo personally, as far as like the fight, right? But I wanted more as far as character and what maybe some backstory from Who's Who. I wanted to maybe know more of like what he knows of the Sun God Nika. I want to know more of like his history with CP9 and Rob Lucci. I kind of want to know what happened that day. Shanks pretty much took the devil fruit from Who's Who ship. Like, out of all the Toby Ropo, I feel as though Who's Who has the most potential to really dive into. And that was just from like very small amount of stuff that was sprinkled in his arc, I guess, his character arc, or the fight he had with Jinbei, right? I think another member of the Toby Roppo that's pretty interesting, that I've heard some theories about that Oda never pulled the trigger on those theories, so maybe they're those are meaningless theories, right? But the other one is Sasaki, right? I think Sasaki could be pretty interesting as well. Think about his history with Denjiro, right? Even though Denjiro was Kiyoshiro at the time. But, I've heard theories about Sasaki being Kokoro's son. Y'all remember Kokoro back in this lobby? Tom's the one who worked. I used to think that it was like Tom and Kokoro was in a relationship or married or something, but I don't think that was ever the case. But I think she just worked for Tom, right? So I've heard theories about Sasaki being Kokoro's son, and Kokoro said she had a child. I think she had a son that and that will also be her granddaughter's dad. I forget the little girl's name, but it'll be her dad, right? So the theory's pretty much is Sasaki is Kokoro's son, and whatever her name is, the little girl who was in this lobby and follow the Straw Hats in this lobby and everything. You know what I mean? Like her dad, and maybe that's not true. Maybe that's why Oda never really delved into it, But there's still a chance, right? There still could be a case, Maybe the Toby Roppo aren't fully out of the game yet, Maybe we might see him again later down the line in the arc or in the story. I don't know, but I definitely wanted more from a Who's Who, and I was a little upset, But I'm not trying to complain about it. I'm just saying.
Knowledge about sun god Nika. Who says that slaves in the long distant past would pray to a legendary warrior that would free them, and that legendary warrior was named sun god Nika. Now we can actually connect sun god Nika to a character we already know, and that character is Joy Boy. Joy Boy and Nika are two different names that are related with laughter, yet you can easily find the name Nika within it. When it comes to Oda, there is no such thing as coincidence. Now Nika was known to bring smiles to people's faces and deliver them from suffering. Joy Boy literally had joy in his name, and he seems to be a key figure in making the ancient kingdom a united country. Throughout the entire story, we see Luffy bring smiles and joy to those suffering. So whether Luffy's literally Joy Boy or not, there's a clear metaphorical similarity between the two characters. Even during the joyous celebration at Skypiea, Oda says that it's one of his favorite scenes. Looking closely, there's a silhouette of Luffy having a great time, but this silhouette looks exactly alike to the silhouette Who's Who envisioned hundreds of chapters later. Talk about foreshadowing. And another instance of a Luffy and Nika connection is when Oda drew Luffy as Ken from Street Fighter. Ken doesn't even have flames as hair, so that feature is 100% Oda's addition. With this drawing, you can easily see how strikingly similar it is to Sun God Nika's silhouettes. This also
Hey, I want y'all to look up if you have I think I talked about this with Q before, but look up Jaya Baya, like Jayabaya. It's this old. I talked about it in the preview. I talked about it in the old video, but it's this Javanese king. I think it was Javanese. I think he's Javanese. So like an ancient kingdom, right? It was this ancient kingdom. I think it was a Javanese kingdom, right? And this was about 1,000 years ago, like 800 to 1,000 years ago. And the king was per name Jayabaya, also translated to Joyo Boyo, and he made like. I think they say he was the reincarnation of a god, like the god. I forget what god. Y'all gotta look it up. I don't remember all the information at the moment, but y'all gotta go check it out. Evil said, I'm making a follow-up to this video right now. Shout out to Evil in the chat. Welcome. So you say you got a follow-up to this video? Bet. I might have, if you got a follow-up, I'm gonna have to do a follow-up, because now I feel like it's going to, if you're doing a series, I feel as though I gotta follow a series. That's kind of what I did with Arthur, the Library of Ohara. He had like this ultimate One Piece theory, and it was a series of videos. It was like 8 episodes, and I pretty much followed all 8 of them just to get it, you know, just to see what it was all culminating to, right? Cube said, I, and then he said Jayabaya, exactly. Yeah, he was the god Vishnu. That's who he was. Pretty much, you know. And Evil said, "Oh, don't worry, drop that whole Joyo Boyo thing in this video." Oh yeah, you did. Okay, that's interesting. I'm glad. That's dope. I did a stream like about 2 months ago where I pretty much reacted to theories from Reddit, like theories I found off of Reddit, and it was one theory I did was it was like the moon theory, where it pretty much talked about like a lot of stuff, a lot of connections about the moon and everything else in the series compared to the moon. It also talked about what the One Piece probably is, but I think that's where I first read the thing about Jayabaya, and I was like, okay, or Joyo Boyo. There's also I want to say there's a Haitian spirit named Joy Boy. He's like a Haitian spirit of I'm not sure if it's of music or just like parties or whatever. So yeah, that's another interesting one right there. But yeah, he said I made that video. Damn, man, you on top, bro. You on your grind with these theories. Just dang, man. That's what's up though, man. I'm gonna have to check that out. Check that video too. Cube said Vishnu, yeah, Vishnu. Then we got Desnes. He said, hey Bluff, what's up? Hello, fellow pirates. Bluff using foresight again, of course. The new cats members are revealed. Garp is fire. So Desnes, Desnes, I don't know why the one stream you didn't show up. You should have been there yesterday. I was watching like the stream I did yesterday. I was watching I forgot who I was watching. I was watching Randy Troy, right? And I seen your name in the on this video. It was like all his subscribers, like he was shouting out all the new subscribers, and I was like, oh, there's Desnes right there. Man, you missed it though. You missed it. All right, yeah, all right. Evil said, "Can't wait to see your reaction to this towards the end, big dog." All right, let's get into it, man. That's definitely some motivation to get back into the video. My bad, y'all.
Perfectly matches how Wisdom Kings are portrayed, and it's a hint to Luffy's connection to Sun God Nika. Moreover, there's an obvious correlation between these 3 characters that Oda is trying to depict. It also turns out that these 3 characters are all enemies of the world government as well. Joy Boy was a citizen of the ancient kingdom, and their downfall was brought by 20 other kingdoms. We learn this from Doflamingo, and he also says that these 20 kingdoms created the current world government. They then went on to call themselves Celestial dragons or even gods. Referring back to Law's flashback, Kotozone quotes members of the D-Clan as God's natural enemy. So therefore, we understand that Joy Boy was a member of the D-Clan and he was killed by the current world government. The Void Century has been a key piece in the overarching storyline of One Piece. The Godosei and their minions did something terrible in the past and they want it covered up by any means. Luffy being the savior to these countless countries is a ticking time bomb for the world government. At some point, Luffy's going to have to enact revenge for the sake of Joy Boy, in return, fulfilling Joy Boy's wishes, and most importantly, inheriting his will. Inherited will is a central concept in the world of One Piece, and it's the idea of passing on one's dreams and ideals to future generations. We see this as early as Logtown. Roger says that these things cannot be stopped. Inherited will, people's dreams, the ebb and flow of the ages. As long as people seek the answer to freedom, these will never cease to be. Joy Boy most likely had a dream of world peace and world freedom, but this allowed good to coexist with evil. This is a complete contrast to modern day governmency, where they don't even allow people to study history. We know Luffy values freedom, since his dream of becoming Pirate King means he'd be the most free man in the world, but Luffy is not a selfish person. He's the type of guy that would use his own limitless freedom to allow others to be free as well. So to simplify, Luffy inherited the will of Joy Boy, whose dream was world freedom, and Luffy will fulfill this inheritance by seeking the answer to freedom. Luffy is the fated chosen one in a world where everyone dreams of becoming a Pirate King. Thousands and thousands of people set sail in search of the One Piece, but only one.
I feel like there's two chosen ones, right? Like Luffy's the chosen one, and then Blackbeard is the other chosen one, right? Like he's kind of like the yin to Luffy's yang, right? It's like the yin yang. And you look at the fact he got the darkness fruit, it kind of say he's like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got black and white, right? Without making this putting race or anything into this, but Blackbeard is the black one, and then Luffy is the light, I guess, or the white, right? But you could say dark and light, right? But that would be Kizaru, right? Because Kizaru's the light. So maybe Luffy's devil fruit is really the glint, the pika pika fruit, right? The glint glint fruit. Nah, I'm joking with y'all. But Desna says I'm having COVID, and you're lucky that I'm awake right now. Man, you lucky you awake right now, man. But man, I'm sorry to hear you got COVID, man. Get better, bro. Get better, man. Get better. It's not that hard, luckily. Oh, so it ain't that bad. Yeah, I had it a couple weeks ago. It wasn't that bad. Like I was still streaming, I was still doing stuff. I was working. I was fine. And Evil said, all good, bro. You have genuine reactions, no problem in pausing. Appreciate that. Desert said this was an awesome video, Evil. Going back to bed, sleeping all day. All right, bro, you get better, man. You get better. Angel's Room said might have to subscribe to Evil after this video. Hey, bro, the link to this video is in the description box, so you could go to his channel through that link, or you go to the original video through that link, and make sure you go like his video too, and subscribe. But use the link to get there. Let's continue.
One man will be able to reach Joy Boy's treasures. We aren't reading from the perspective of someone who failed to be the Pirate King. We are reading from the perspective of the one who managed to get it right. This deep connection between Luffy and Joy Boy goes deeper than just...
I like that you said that, and you brought up Blackbeard, especially right before when I was just talking about Blackbeard, right? And then you made it a point to actually include Blackbeard, but you're also putting it in the perspective that he is a candidate, but he's going to fail, right? And Luffy's going to be the successor. Desna said, why you didn't subscribe yet? Hey man, maybe this is the first time he's aware of Evil, And then Desna said, goodbye, thank you, love you all, have a nice stream. Appreciate it, Desna. You get better, man. Get your rest so you could get better and be 100%, right? Then we could see your youthfulness in these chats, in days to come. But let's continue.
just inherited will. I would even argue that they are connected by power, and by the end of this video, I'll tell you exactly what that power is. Luffy's devil fruit is very special, and the only reason Shanks got his hands on it is because he stole it from a world government ship. Like, Luffy's fruit was so special that Who's Who was punished and imprisoned for losing it. It's clear that this fruit was very important to the world government since they sent Cypher Pole agents to escort it. Comparing this fruit to the Ope Ope no Mi, we have to wonder why the world government wanted the Gomu Gomu no Mi in the first place. For the Ope Ope no Mi, Marines were willing to spend as much as 5 billion berry for it, since it grants eternal life. They even nicknamed it as the ultimate devil fruit because of that. So again, why did they go out of their way to get the Gomu Gomu no Mi? It's possible that they knew it was important, but they just didn't know why. When Zunisha was approaching Wano, the Gorosei were speaking about a devil fruit. They said that it hasn't awakened for centuries, and that it's only a legend to them. Let's highlight how they even ask why the world government would bother to give one specific devil fruit another name. This implies that there were Gorosei members and world government members before them. This also implies that they don't understand what makes the devil fruit so valuable, since they don't know why it was renamed. So the Gorosei could have tried to get the Gomu Gomu no Mi for the sake of it being an ancient legend, but they don't know why that's the case. The Gorosei also says that past members tried to erase it from the annals of history. This is nothing new to the likes of the world government, since they tried to erase islands like Ohara, people like Zebek, and knowledge like the Void Century. All they do is silence people and cover up anything that doesn't fit their agenda. Now, it's possible that the ancient devil fruit, aka the Gomu Gomu no Mi, was meant to be erased because it's an extension of Joy Boy, the Ancient Kingdom, and the Void Century. It's far too convenient for this devil fruit to be centuries old like the Void Century and detrimental to the face of the world government. Now, on the topic of Joy Boy, this is a One Piece character that's actually based on a real life person.
Before you get into that, because now he did say he was he added it, he included it in this video. Let me read these chats real quick. He said, I appreciate the love. Y'all ain't even make it to the good part yet. Yeah, it look like we about to get into the good part right now. And I'm glad you actually brought it up, man, because now, yeah. But one thing I wanted to say, right? And this is nothing about the video, right? This is nothing about the theory at hand. But I kind of personally don't. I always kind of like the idea that Luffy always had like maybe like a low to mid tier devil fruit, right? And that he just makes it work, right? Like, but now knowing that it might just be a special devil fruit, it's kind of like, it just makes me think. Like, it just make me like kind of appreciate what the Gomu Gomu no Mi was like early in the series before we start learning that it could be special. Like, I like the idea of Luffy having a low level devil fruit. I always like that. Kind of like how we got a lot of characters who don't have devil fruits, but yet they're still pretty badass, right? Like, it's like Shanks and the Mihawks and the Zoros and Sanjis. I always just like knowing that Luffy kind of had like a rubber devil fruit, right? A rubber, like he don't have no electric devil fruit or no sand, no ice, no whatever. It's just rubber, right? But he makes it work, and a lot of it is part of his that determination that he has that makes him win fights at the end of the day, Because now, if you talking about like he has this special devil fruit, now you might start looking at like special abilities that just making him more powerful instead of Luffy just overcoming obstacles or just being strong on his own might. You know what I mean? And of course, the Gomu Gomu no Mi helping him, but that's neither here nor there. It is what it is. But Angel's Room says same I always like too, right? Yeah, like it's just like it just seemed kind of cheap to give him like a special devil fruit all of a sudden, right? It's like, man, why older? Like, I don't. And I'm not saying like it's something I hate about. It's not something I hate. It's just I just kind of like the idea of Luffy having not straight up OP devil fruit. But yeah, let's continue.
Indonesia once had a king by the name of Joyo Boyo, who was coined by the nickname Ratu Adil.
Joyo
Boyo was very popular for his just and prosperous rule, and we know that the ancient kingdom had enough power to dominate the entire planet. Joyo Boyo foretold the day that when white men would one day establish their rule on Java and oppress people for many years. Java was an actual island he lived on and is very similar phonetically to Jaya. Now, Javanese people believe in a cyclical history of alternating prosperity.
That's another thing that really, like, when we talk about Joy Boy, to me that connects Joy Boy to Jaya, right? Like when you look at the real Joy Boy or Jaya Bea, right? It has Jaya in the name, right? So if Oda was influenced to pretty much, when he made Joy Boy, he was influenced by this old king whose name is also interpreted as Joyo Boyo, you know, and you go to his real name, Jaya Bea. That's why I think that's kind of that connection with Jaya and Joy Boy, right? You know. And then they also got I remember reading this. I was reading the Wikipedia and I see Erlanga, and I thought of Arlong. I was like, Arlong, come on! But I didn't know. I didn't know how to connect Arlong with Erlanga, right? So, it was just something I just peeped. But let's continue.
Followed by an era of suffering. The One Piece world was in prosperity when the ancient kingdom was in rule, but once the Void Century began, it turned into a world of suffering. I won't go much deeper than this because I already have a full-fledged video on this concept, link at the top of the screen. But Joyo Boyo predicted that someone from the future would arrive as the leader of Indonesia, and their name would be Ratu Adil as well. According to Joyo Boyo, the beginning of this great leader's life will be difficult. He will conquer many difficulties, humiliation, and poverty, but he will rise above it all due to his sincerity and steadfast heart. The just king will be born in the dark age of suffering to restore order, harmony, and justice in the world. If we apply this to One Piece, Luffy will become the new Ratu Adil, aka the bringer of world peace. He'll do this by destroying the world's government, in return having Luffy fulfill the inherited will and dreams of Joy Boy. Joy Boy's not Momonosuke, it's not Dragon, and it's definitely not Vivi. The real Joy Boy is right before our eyes, preparing to bring world peace. Like I said earlier, this world peace will be brought partly because of Luffy's shared power with Joy Boy. There's countless examples of why Luffy's fruit is not what it seems, such as when Kaido questioned the trajectory of Luffy's attacks. He said that rubber should not be able to do this. What if Luffy's devil fruit is not the Gomu Gomu no Mi? What if Luffy's Gomu Gomu no Mi is actually a renaming of a different fruit? What if Luffy's devil fruit isn't just rubber?
Yeah, they did say it had a different name, right? It was like, I guess they had to rename it pretty much to try to hide the real, like if you knew the real name of the devil fruit, then you would know what it does if it awakens, right? Like when it's awakened. But if you just give it a name, you just give it the Gummo Gummo no Mi, the rubber fruit, whoever, if anybody ends up eating it, they just gonna think they got rubber abilities, right? They're not gonna look at it like, oh, I'm really I really have the Super Saiyan fruit where I could turn into a Super Saiyan. I'm just playing, but but let's continue. Or hold on, let me check these chats. Says same I always like to, kind of like Indra and Ashura in Naruto. Yeah, man, for real, like kind of like what? Now they gods, what? Elson Jackson said, little fun fact, Jaya can translate as Nika's home. Okay. I might have to, Nika's home. That's interesting. That is interesting. The Evil said, oh, he's getting to it. Almost there. Yeah, let's get back to it. Let's get to it then.
And all the gears and forms and mechanics to it is a hint to its true nature. The past world government renamed it to something much less enticing, this being the Gomu Gomu no Mi, because in truth, it's actually the Hito Hito no Mi model Hanuman. The ever so popular theory of Luffy's devil fruit being Sun Wukong is awesome, but some scholars say that Sun Wukong derived from Hanuman. So in Hindu mythology, Hanuman is a god and divine Vanara. Vanara refers to monkeys or a race of forest-dwelling people. This is quite ironic since Luffy comes from the monkey family and he grew up training in a forest with wild animals. Hanuman is also able to stretch his body parts, just like Luffy's able to stretch because of his devil fruit. Hindu god Hanuman also knows the science of Kamarupa, which allows him to take any form he wants, just like how Luffy has multiple Gear 4 forms.
Man, Evil, you just straight up the ante, right? Like people out there saying, yeah, he the Sun Wukong. He like, nah, man, he like the Sun Wukong's mentor, man. Like, screw the Sun Wukong. He ain't nothing that. Come on, you gotta think bigger, man. You gotta think bigger. Evil out here thinking bigger, man. He really out there thinking evilly out here, man. This the most evilest theory. This just evil right here. It's just straight up evil. Let's get to it though.
Also allows the god to change his sizes at will, yet again relating to Luffy's ability to enlarge parts of his body, or maybe even in the future, his full body. In Hindu legend, Hanuman was a very hungry deity that even tried to eat the sun, which relates to Luffy's everlasting hunger with meat. Hanuman also has a natural enemy named God Indra, who is associated with the sky, lightning, and thunder, which yet again relates to Luffy's encounter and defeat of God Enel. Hanuman was also known to be Brahmachari, in other words, celibate.
Hey, when you look at it, Indra, you got Ashura too, right? Who that's Zoro. Zoro being Ashura.
Which matches Luffy's nature. Just look at how he treats Boa Hancock. Even during the raid of Onigashima, characters refer to Luffy as the Wisdom King, and Hanuman just so happens to be the god of wisdom. This goes further than Hanuman though, because the father of Hanuman is Vayu, who is the Lord of the Winds. Vayu is also known as Prana, meaning the life force, which could be a reference to Haki. Once again, this relates to Luffy as his father Dragon seems to manipulate wind to some extent. This also gives credence to the idea that Dragon is the ancient weapon of Uranus, which is known as the god of the sky. Some believe that Garp doesn't directly address Dragon as his son, so maybe he does this because he is Uranus. Are you ready to be mind blown? So Hanuman has a second father, but
so what you saying, Evil? What you saying when it comes to Dragon? I kind of want to focus on Dragon for a little bit. What you saying it is that Uranus may have a connection to weather control, right? Because especially Dragon being possibly, having like weather related abilities, right? Because I've been saying for a while now that I believe that Uranus is something connected with weather, right? With weather. Now, me and Q joked around with a theory about like Nami being Uranus. I was actually in my head like earlier today kind of even think about what if Luffy's Uranus, right? Because when we think of Poseidon, she controls Sea Kings, and Pluton, what we think is a ship, which I've heard theories of it could possibly being Zunisha and Momonosuke having control over Zunisha. Momonosuke, in a sense, could, I don't know. I don't want to go into that because that'd get confusing. But let me see what y'all saying. Evil said, bro, when you get the Garp's part, bro, I didn't even know Garp was in here, but now that you talking about Garp, I'm already excited to get back into the video. And then he said yes. He said Evil said yes. He said I used to think Momo. I have a vid on it, but low key changing my mind. Uranus, death, weather related. Yeah, that's what I think. Cause again, I said like at the end of the series, what I believe is the ultimate goal will be to pretty much destroy the red line, which will ultimately destroy the calm belts. It would and the Grand Line and all that. So pretty much connecting the whole world. But I believe that it's going to have, like, after you destroy it, it's going to have an impact on the weather for a little bit, which that's when you might need something like Uranus to pretty much calm the weather, so people aren't dying and stuff. But I don't know. It's just I've talked about that more before. I don't want to keep talking about it. Let's continue.
But I believe that Oda is switching this around so that this second father is Luffy's grandfather. That grandfather in Hindu mythology is known as Kasari. Kasari was a male Vanara, aka monkey, who is brave by nature and a chief. Kasari at one point found a great monster named Shabazadana who is continuously persecuting holy saints. Kasari confronted this monster and hit him forcefully with his fist. There was a great wrestling match and Kasari was finally successful in slaying him. This whole Hindu mythology sounds so damn similar to the God Valley incident. Celestial dragons, aka gods or holy saints, once lived on an island that Rocksteady Zebek tried attacking. Zebek was known for destruction and taboo practices. Coincidentally, Garp played a part in taking down Zebek, and he even has the nickname of Garp the Fist. Kasari was also a chief of Sugriva's Vanara force, which could be a direct reference to the Marines. He even prayed for Vayu to be his son, so maybe Garp prayed for Dragon to be his son, or Uranus to be his son. Wanna know the icing on the cake? Kasari, aka Garp, actually had a wife named Anjana, and they were an Apsara. The English translation for the word Apsara is the celestial nymph, or celestial maiden. Applying this to One Piece would mean that Garp's wife was a celestial dragon. In legend, Anjana used to live a luxurious lifestyle, but she got bored of it and left her kingdom to live a regular life. This is extremely similar to what Doflamingo's father did. While she descended to Earth, she came across a monkey, which could translate to One Piece by her leaving Mary Jawa and finding Garp. One day, Anjana saw a strong man fighting a lion, and as soon as his eyes fell upon her, she turned into a monkey. This further connects to Garp because we do have pictures of him with lions, and her marrying him is a metaphor to Anjana becoming a monkey. Anjana was then cursed by a sage, which could mean in the One Piece world, Garp's wife was punished or killed. This would explain why Garp refuses to work for the Celestial Dragons even though he values justice.
Man, that's a lot to take in right there. Alright, so dang, you do a lot right there. Cause that reminds me, because I've heard theories about dragon marrying a celestial dragon, right? So, you kind of upped in the ante on for it to be Garp marrying a celestial dragon. That's interesting, man. Like but you definitely threw a lot at me just now. Like, I'm still trying to process everything you just all that info you just gave me. Cube said, I still believe Nami will be essential to finding Uranus. She put Zeus, another god of the skies, in her weapon. Hey man, that definitely could be the case, especially if it's weather related. I don't see why, Nami wouldn't be connected to it somehow. Angel's Room said, wow. And then Evil said, come on, bro. Be real. That first thing between Garp and Kasari is way too similar. Man, you threw a lot there, man. It's just like a lot of... But yeah, it's similar, man. I'm going to rewind it just a little bit, just because I want to... Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I kind of got to catch some of that again, because
and finding Garp. One day, Anjana saw a strong man fighting a lion to live a regular life. This is extremely similar to what Doflamingo's father did. While she descended to Earth, she came across a monkey, which could translate to One Piece by her leaving Mary Jawa and finding Garp. One day, Anjana saw a strong man fighting a lion, and as soon as his eyes fell upon her, she turned into a monkey. This further connects to Garp because we do have pictures of him with lions, and her marrying him is a metaphor to Anjana becoming a monkey. Anjana was then cursed by a sage, which could mean in the One Piece world, Garp's wife was punished or killed. This would explain why Garp refuses to work for the Celestial Dragons even though he values justice. This rabbit hole goes very deep, so if this video hits 3,333 likes, I'll make a mega theory on the Monkey D family, including Garp's wife. But back to Luffy. Somehow, some way, Shanks discovered all of this information regarding his devil fruit. He then decided to meet up with the Gorosei and snitch on Luffy about it. Shanks is a diplomat who values balance in the world, but he has a hidden agenda that no one else should know about.
Bro, that would be messed up if Shanks snitches on Luffy. Dang, Shanks, why you gotta do that, man? And Shanks.
He may feel like Luffy awakening this Hanuman devil fruit gets in the way of his agenda and gets in the way of world balance. A kid like Luffy who did nothing but look up to Shanks would be heartbroken to know his own power could disrupt their relationship. But as Roger once said, these things cannot be stopped. Inherited will, people's dreams, the ebb and the flow of the ages. As long as people seek the answer to freedom, these will never cease to be.
Dang, Shanks, I'm disappointed in Shanks. Why he gonna snitch on Luffy like that? That's messed up. Let me give my boy Evil a like. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I support. Hey man, I'm telling you, yo, Evil, I'm telling you at that last 5 minutes, the last 5 minutes of that theory, man, you went from like the most of the video was like you went from 0 to like 30, right? That last 5 minutes you went to like 30 to like 120 right there, man. Like, damn, man, you just threw that was a lot, man. That was a lot you threw, man. A lot of just wildness, man. It was just a lot. It was a lot. My mind is still trying to process. But yeah, anyway, you definitely up the ante though. Like as far as it not being the Wukong, it being the Hanuman. I don't even know how I said Hanuman or whatever. But it made sense though. It definitely made sense, especially with the how you said Hanuman could stretch his abilities. As far as we know with the Wukong, only thing that you could really, I guess, relate as far as stretching abilities is his staff, right? Like his staff stretches. But you're saying the Hanuman or the Hanuman. I might just call him Hamna, right? Like Hinma, like Baki or something. Like he can actually stretch though his limbs. So, I think that would probably be closer than the Wukong as far as theories, right? Some of the other connections you made also definitely made probably a little more sense than I would say some of the connections for the Wukong. But yeah. Angel Room said great video. Yeah, it was a great video. At the end, yeah, you threw a lot. Like like it was like somebody like playing baseball and you're up the bat, somebody pitching like real slow for like the first two. And it's like, oh man, it's slow. This guy's a slow pitcher. And then that last one, he just go like 110 miles, like a 110 mile pitch, which like, I'd probably be breaking the record right there in baseball. But I don't know that much about baseball. I just know like a lot of pitches are usually in like the 90 mile per hour range. But yeah. Evil said thank you. He said had to spend a bit of time to convince Luffy has a special fruit in the first place. Oh yeah, I get it. You gotta set the table, man. That's how it is for theories, right? You gotta set the table before you deliver the meal. If that makes sense, right? Angel Room said, hope there's a follow-up video. Yeah, I think he said he's dropping a follow-up video if he hasn't already. Somebody got some loud bass. I think Hold on. He said it in the chat. Let me see. I know he said he's dropping the follow up though. All right, he said he's making a follow up video. So yeah, I'm assuming he's going to make up a follow up video for this theory. Maybe kind of break some of the GARP stuff down a little more, because that was a lot. I was like, God, man, GARP married a celestial dragon. I know there was a popular theory out there talking about how Monkey D. Dragon married a celestial dragon, and I guess he was part of the Marines at one point. You know, that's how him and Akainu kind of know each other, and then I guess Dragon's wife died or got killed. You know, maybe by celestial dragons, and he just kind of left the world government. But I kind of know bits and pieces of that theory. I don't really know the full theory of that one. But Angel Room said, I'm going to have to binge your videos in the weekend or something. LOL. And then he says, I appreciate. Ah, damn, I can't even talk right now. I appreciate you for all you do, Bluff God. I appreciate you supporting, man. I appreciate you coming and chatting in the video. You know, just leaving some chats. I appreciate that you don't mind me reacting to these videos. I appreciate you for dropping content, right? You know, I always love I always love some of the like YouTube content creators, like especially theorists. I really love how the effort you guys put into your theory videos. You know, I know a lot of times some people like to rag on theorists and stuff, but I appreciate it though. I like it. Even with theories that are kind of like outlandish. You know, it's all fun, right? It's all fun at the end of the day. That's how I look at it. It's all fun, and for you guys to put the amount of work that you put into each of your theories and then constantly pump out theories, I definitely appreciate you guys, right? Because I'm not even the one making these theories. I'm just reacting to you guys. You know, I give my take and I give my theories on these things, but you know, I'm not making these theory videos. You know, which I might start though. You know, had somebody comment on one of my videos, said, "Hey man, I like your videos, but you know, you need to maybe you should start doing some theory videos as well." But it's just finding the time to actually do the research for me. So that's kind of where, you know, that's why I like doing the streams where I just talk about stuff. Elson Jackington says, Monkey Family and Garp's wife, right? Yeah. But the question is, I forgot what I was gonna say. Elson Jackington said another fun fact. Another fun little fact. Luffy can translate as 2 dragons. And you know something? We got 2 dragons in the current arc. We got well, technically now we got 3 dragons, I guess. One not being a dragon as far as we know. It's just his name being Dragon, right? Angel Room said, I can't imagine making a theory video. I mean, if you wanted to, I think you could, you know. I think you could if you really wanted to. But it's tough. Like I do get what you're saying though. It's tough to be able to find all these different things and link them. It's like you got to be able to think outside the box, and you know what I mean, like. I know what you mean, No Angel's Room. I know what you mean. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much all I got for that video. It was interesting, you know. I kind of like the idea of what's it called, the Hamanaru, the Hanuman or whatever it is, whatever the name of that monk, the wisdom god is, or whatever. I kind of like that idea over the Wukong just a little bit, But I could get why, I do understand why people rock with the Wukong theory as well. It was a good theory, I think this one might be just a little better than the Wukong, because it's still similar, but it still has. It's still similar to the Wukong, but it's like, I think some of the minor connections are a lot better with the Hamanon one, right, versus the Wukong. And what I mean by minor things is like the fact that, from what I know of the Wukong, is it has that staff that stretches, but its limbs don't stretch, right? But with the Hamanon thingy, whatever, you said Hanuman. With the Hanuman. With the Hanuman, like his limbs stretch and they could get bigger, they could grow in size and stuff, which is a lot more like Luffy. So it in some ways it makes a lot more sense, just like minor details like that. But it's still relatively close to the same theory as the Wukong, because they're both like monkey deities, right? But the Hanuman seems a little more accurate when you look at the smaller details, But there's some stuff in the Wukong story that makes sense, right? I think when you got the story of Momotaro, or whatever the kid's name was, that kind of represents Momonosuke. He has the monkey, and then he has the pheasant, and then the dog or the wolf or whatever. I can't remember what the last animal was. And that, sometimes when Oda does his theories, he kind of takes inspiration from multiple sources to create, to put into one source. So, there's that, Evil said, appreciate the reaction, bro. Hey, no problem, man. I appreciate your support. You know what I mean? I appreciate all the support that you've been showing me. So all the love that you've been showing me, coming through the chat, retweeting my stuff. Hey, like, especially if you want me to react to something, man, just let me know. You could directly let me know. If, like, you just want to get my reaction on a specific video, you definitely would have priority on this channel. You know what I'm saying? You would definitely have priority on this channel. Cube said, it's honest, just trying to find the breadcrumbs Oda leaves and research from there. Yeah, right, exactly. Cube giving some suggestions. Yeah, you just gotta find them little breadcrumbs, right? And Evil, that's when he corrected me. That I did see that comment already. He said, does Wukong have the lore with the Wind Father and Chief Father? I actually don't know. I'm not that, outside of what I've seen from pretty much the theory video, like I think it was O'Hara's theory video about the Wukong. I don't have that. I'm not that knowledgeable when it comes to the Wukong, or just like Japanese and Chinese lore in general. So like I don't know too much about stuff. Like a lot of stuff I might get from you guys. Like that whole Jayabea part I got from watching or reading a theory I got from the Reddit, right? From Reddit. And I did a live stream reading this theory. I think the stream is called The Moon Theory or something along that line. And And then I also got another Reddit theory. It's called, I think it talks about what the One Piece is, and it talks about it as if it was a project though, like the One Piece project, and ultimately it's pretty much bringing the world together in one piece. But yeah, when it comes to the Jay Abed guy, I got that from reading a Reddit theory. Some guy kind of talked about it, right? In the moon theory that I was reading. And that's kind of the only reason why I know about that, right? But you know, I'm not too well knowledged in his like different culture histories and folklore. Angel's Room said, "Love your reactions. Can't wait for the next stream." Yeah, the next stream will probably be Thursday. It's going to be Thursday. Tomorrow I won't be streaming. So it's going to be Thursday. You know, unless something comes up, like if like something comes up to where I gotta do something I gotta do on Thursday, then I might end up having to move that stream to tomorrow instead. But you know, as far as I know, you know, I don't have any job on Thursday, so you know, there's that. But yeah, Thursday should be the next stream. But yeah, y'all, that's all I got pretty much for the video. I enjoyed the theory. You know, a lot of I'm still kind of processing some of the like the information. I might have to check out that video again, honestly, just to really fully process it, you know, because it was a lot of stuff that you know you could miss. You know, it was a lot of missable information in there. So I want to get like everything though. You know, that's kind of why I like rewinded it in the middle of the stream, but I ain't want to have to keep rewinding it for you guys, right? But yeah, anyway, you guys, it's your boy Sean P, the Bluff guy. Hey. And yeah, so next stream Thursday, same time, you know, same time as always. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I had something on my mind, but it just slipped my mind, just slipped in my mind. Anyway, whenever I remember that, you know, if it was something that is like super important, when I remember, I'll talk about it next stream. Might just have to write it down, right? Might just have to write it down. My mind is going like 100 miles an hour right now, right? Especially after that, that theory from Evil. Now I'm still processing, so it's like my mind's still racing, right? My mind's still racing. So anyway, y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button. Also subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so y'all know when I go live. Follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, and on my Facebook page so y'all can stay updated, right? Stay updated. That's how you stay updated with the child or with the channel. And also, we got the One Piece Facebook group and the One Piece Discord if you are looking for a community to be a part of. All of these will be in the description box, as well as the video we reacted to from Evil. So y'all could go to his page, show him some love. But yeah, anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night. Peace. Oh yeah, shout out to everybody that came through in the chat. So shout out to Evil, shout out to Angel's Room, shout out to Cube, shout out to Desness. Make sure I don't forget nobody. Shout out to Shane Burns. He done disappeared on me. I forgot. I almost forgot he was in the room. I kind of remember. I was like, wasn't Shane in here at one point? He kind of slipped my mind. Shout out to Elson Jackington. He kind of slipped out too. So I kind of. And then Evil said, "Have a good one, bro. You have a good one as well, Evil. If you do a part 2 to this video, I'm a hop on that one as well, especially because I kind of want to follow. I want to follow this full theory through. You know what I'm saying? I like to follow theories that come in different series through. So I'm gonna react to that one as well. But yeah, you have a good one, man. I'm definitely itching to see what you got next. What you got popping next. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyway, y'all have a good one. I'm out. Peace.